Not familiar with one. A booking blitz, my legs are shaking, I need to stay still. Okay, a booking blitz is a booking event where you and a group of people try to book as many parties as possible in a certain amount of time. Now let's talk about why you need to do a booking blitz with your team. Being together as a team gives us the courage to just ask, power in numbers, right? Oftentimes I find when a downline is struggling to book parties, it isn't from the lack of people willing to host, it's more from hearing the dreaded no, which I believe is an area that we all struggle with to some degree. Doing this event together as a team will hold each of us accountable to asking for parties. Me, for example, I never would have done this for myself, but being together with my team back there, cheering me on, it made it so much easier. Your team is going to book several parties in one sitting, giving your team a full calendar of parties for the weeks to come. Here are a couple of statistics from booking events that we have done on my team. I met with only 3 consultants for coffee, and there were 18 parties booked in only 20 minutes. At our monthly team meeting, 14 consultants booked 48 parties in only 45 minutes. That's 1 party a minute. Now that is something to be excited about. These statistics don't even include the parties that were booked after our time was up. So this really does work. I'll give you one more example. I have a downline, Christina, she had never booked a party in her life. She booked 8 parties at this meeting. She continues to thrive off of those 8 bookings by booking parties at those parties, and she got her first ever recruit. Your team self will rise when these parties start to take place, and your team is going to grow as you're sharing the Scentsy family opportunity at each of these parties. Now we're going to go over how we did our successful booking blitz. You need to gather together a small or a large group of consultants. Notice that one I only had 3, the next one we had 14, so it can be done with 2 or 3 people. This meeting can be done on a coffee date or any time a meeting takes place. You can even combine your teams to do a large meeting. Now this is the key. You might want to consider keeping your details undisclosed to prevent no-shows. But you can still tell your team to come ready to learn how to book parties and to bring their list of 100. You can also request for your team to bring their calendars by simply telling them that you want to book your next team meeting. Having their calendars there is going to allow them to confirm their bookings. So, you'll want to start your meeting by having everyone share their struggles they face when they're trying to book parties. Assure them that we all face them, then announce that together you're going to do a booking blitz. They may not know what that is unless they're here though, right? So that we can come up with solutions that we all face. So as the team leader, notice I didn't say director, because you do not have to be a director in order to do a booking blitz with your team. I don't care if you're a lead consultant and you have 1 person, you can do a booking blitz together. I strongly encourage you to do this with them so that they can see that you're booking parties and that you're facing challenges too. I do caution that some may resist at first, but usually the ones that resist are the ones that end up doing very, very well. Most times they just needed somebody to believe. So, how long should your booking blitz last, and what exactly should be said when you're asking for a booking? As a team leader, you pick your own time frame in which you want the booking blitz to be accomplished. I personally recommend at least 20 minutes to kind of give them enough time to get warmed up. But if you're doing it at a team meeting, no longer than an hour. This will allow time for discussing how it went afterward. So, you can tell your team exactly what to say. Short and simple, here's my example. Hi Sarah, our director has challenged us to see who can book the most parties in the next 45 minutes. Can you help and book a Scentsy party with me? Now you can tailor this to any of the 3 brands, and you can add something about our host rewards and current specials, or our new catalog. All of them are awesome. We have some great products and promotions, so you can add those into your little spiel. Now, let's go over the point system that we use for our meetings. But as I said earlier, this is your team. You take the ideas and you make them your own. We give 1 point for every person you but doesn't yet have a date. 6 points are awarded for everyone who agrees to host a party with a confirmed date. Points are only awarded in the given time frame so that a prize, if you choose to give one, can be awarded that night. Don't be surprised if parties continue to add up in the days to come. Some prospects may not get back with you right away in the allotted time frame. So, here's the rules that we use. You can pick up the phone, call, personal message, text, or email. We do not allow mass messaging. We have found that it is a lot more effective to pick up the phone and call, or to personalize each message with their name, maybe ask them how their kids are doing first before you pounce on them. This will help you build your relationship with the hostess rather than sending a mass message that says, host a party for me so I can win a prize. You have to make it about the hostess, not about you. At the end of the booking blitz, you can give a prize for the most points overall and a prize for the most parties booked. For prizes, I would suggest using Scentsy family products that you already have on hand that are $10 or less. You choose a prize that is within your budget, but something your team will want to win. We share the struggles, we share our results as we go, so we're going to practice here. Every time someone gets a yes, we always stop and clap. So turn to your neighbor. They just got a party, so we're going to clap for them.
My other neighbors.
Okay, so for every no, we always give hugs and encouragement. And this is for you, California, from boot camp, wherever you are. Somewhere over there. Okay, so someone has got to know your partner. You don't really have to hug them, but we always say, it's okay, I'll give you a hug if you want. So it's fun at team parties. So for example, at our last team meeting, every time someone got a no, we offered a hug. So instead of frustration, it became fun and everyone eased up knowing that we all got a lot more no's than we did yesterday. It actually became a game to some to see how many no's we could get, because with every no, that only meant that was one more person we had asked, and that's a yay too.
Yes.
Remind your team that no matter who wins the prizes, everyone who participated is a winner. They will each gain confidence just by asking and realizing that people do still want to host parties. I personally have several friends in direct sales, and I would definitely host a party for them. Ironically, I've never been asked. So, on average, each person booked 2 to 4 parties at each booking blitz, and from these parties, personal sales will increase, and with each party, they will open up a whole new door to a whole new circle of customers. A few key points to remember are to share your struggles along the way so that you can brainstorm ideas to overcome them next time. Also, share your victories to encourage others. Remember, yeses are good, but a confirmed date is best. The host is way more likely to follow through with the party if she's already set a date. Follow up is definitely a must. You can't just call people and then never call them back. So, with maybes and yeses, follow up within a few days to keep them excited about their party, go over host rewards, and get them a packet in the mail, or meet with them over coffee. Finally, this is my biggest part, please share your ideas and results to inspire other teams. I love the saying that a candle loses none of its light by lighting another candle. When I think about the future of Scentsy, I know that we're only going up. I now know that people still want to host parties, they still want to sign up, and they still want to be a part of the Scentsy